Hey guys, welcome back to Facing Giants podcast, and welcome if you are new. So we have a little bit of different look here. Obviously, Floyd is not not in front of the camera. He is actually behind the camera tonight. We have
Lounging back there.
He is lounging back there. He looks very comfy. I'm not gonna lie. He's probably gonna fall asleep yet, but oh well. Tonight we have Travis Horning. It looks a little different. Usually he's behind the camera helping with the recording, so I'm happy to have you, and hopefully you're not too camera shy. So
Yeah, I mean, a little interesting, but we'll get used to it.
yeah, that's right. It's not scary. Not many people listen anyway. Which also brings me to the next thing. Make sure you share this to others. Definitely want to get this out there. So just don't be afraid to subscribe, share, give us a thumbs up, and comment if you have any comments, questions, whatever that might be. Let us know your thoughts, and if you like our podcast, or if you don't, we want to hear all feedback. So I'd say let's get into it. Travis, if you want to explain to them what we were doing on the week.
Yeah, so basically, Martindale Youth Group is the youth group we are a part of. It consists of, is it around 60 people or something like that?
I mean, there's about 60 people in it, but the amount of people show up is about
But not everybody
half.
can go on the work week. It's kind of however many the bus can hold. I think the bus held like 52 or something like that, including our youth leaders, and that there's like 8 of them or something. But each year we go to a different place. We go on like a 4-year rotation. So next year would actually be my loop year, I think, for you as well. So I don't know if we're going to go next year again yet, but we go back to the same place. Yep. But each year we have a youth auction to support the funds for the youth group and for that trip. And we just had that in April, I believe it was. April or May or something. And that's at Blue Lake Builders. That's always a great turnout. It's a lot of fun. The churches come out to support us, which we are gratefully thankful for. It's awesome. And yeah, this year we went to New Horizons, Colorado. Colson's going to share about, what they do there. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so pretty much we went to New Horizons in Colorado. They are located in Canyon City, Colorado. Pretty much the gist of what they do. Well, they have a couple of different things that they do, but they're a ministry that they provide housing for some people that are in need. They also have nannies for babies that their mothers are incarcerated. They do a lot of prison ministry out there, which is really cool, hearing some of the stories about the people getting saved in prison and stuff like that, and the miracles and stuff. They also have, is it 3 thrift stores?
Yeah, I think it's 3 of them.
There's one in Canyon City. I forget. There's one
Pueblo, Canyon City, and where's the other one?
I forget the other one.
We don't think we went to the other one.
No, we only went to 2 on Pueblo and Canyon City. But pretty much the thrift stores, everything is donated there, and the money from there pretty much goes back to the ministry. It helps support the ministry, and then also the people that work there. It isn't like there's a lot of, I don't think there's that much fundraising that goes involved with like their thrift stores, or like it's a lot of nonprofit stuff like that for their ministry. But yeah, I am going to read a little bit of their, I don't even know what you want to call it, their paragraph of who they are and what they believe, or I guess, what their standards would be. So walking alongside families for transformation and healing. We believe real change happens through discipleship, walking with people, helping them grow in faith, and reminding them they're not alone. We create connections and share hope with Colorado families impacted by chronic imprisonment, guiding them towards spiritual healing and life transformation for incarceration-free futures. There's a place for you in this story, whether you join us as a volunteer, a staff member, or a donor. Your involvement helps make lasting transformations possible. So they definitely welcome anybody that wants to come out there and help them out. Like we spent the week out there working for them, doing different projects, whether it was working in the thrift store. I think every one of us had a chance to work in the thrift store, whether we wanted to or not.
Not the funnest thing, but
it's definitely not. But they definitely appreciate anybody that wants to come out. I know a lot of people go out there, a lot of youth groups go out there for weeks at a time. So I think we're pretty much just going to get into what our week looked like, just to show, I guess, awareness of, I guess, a little bit of what our youth group does, but also try to press for what New Horizons is, what they're doing, and just what God is doing in Colorado for them. So pretty much we left July 5th, Saturday. What was it? 6 a.m.
We left the bus left at 6:30, but we met at 6. But
yeah, there was 50 people piling into a coach bus. I love people, but when you're in a bus ride with that many people, it gets long. We estimated with stops. I think this is about estimated with stops, and just the ride was about 34 hours. So it was
34 hours with 50 people is
it's
not fun.
Like I said, I love people, but when you're that close to them, you can tend to get annoyed to people you're really close with.
You can't get away from anyone.
No,
you're getting annoyed at someone, you just have to deal with it.
You have to deal with it, and yeah, just it's great time to learn patience, whether you learn it or not. It tests you.
Yes.
There's also some very fun memories on the bus ride. Like, I would say the bus ride out is always more fun because you're not as tired or tired of people.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of card games that go on. I mean, you're everybody's solid for like a good long, probably for about half the ride, and then after that, everybody else just puts the earbuds in and just doesn't really want to talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's always a lot of card games, a lot of things going on, a lot of yelling, which I get tired of. But yeah, I don't know. What was your experience with the bus ride?
The bus ride? So basically the way out there is a lot better because you're looking forward to the week, and that just makes it so much more exciting for me because I'm like, can't wait to get there. I can't wait to get into this week. But then the way back, you're just like, ugh, I gotta go home now.
I want to go home.
And it's like 30 hours home. But no, the way out there was, I would say it's actually pretty fun. I got tired of it about like halfway through. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to just be there.
Yeah.
But no, we had fun playing card games. I didn't really play that many games. Like, I don't know, some people were playing Rook for like 10 hours. I was
so annoying, though.
I'm not the hugest fan of Rook, but I could not play it for 10 hours at least. But yeah, we played a lot of games together. We played Scum and stuff like that and just talked a lot, honestly.
I was going to say.
A lot of just yapping.
There's good conversations, a lot of just conversations full of nonsense.
Yeah.
Which that's what happens when you're in a bus ride.
We were having conversations about injuries for probably like 2 hours. I don't know if you were part of that.
I don't think I was, but either way, it's a good time until we hit Kansas. I think we hit Kansas in the middle of the night. A bunch of us decided, I think you were a part of the guys that decided we're going to stay up for most of the night. We drive through the night. Pretty much the girls go in the back of the bus, guys go in the front, and we try to sleep either on the seats or on the floor. Not fun, which is why I just kind of decided I'm going to stay up as long as I can with the bus driver and try to keep him awake. There was like 5 of us up front for most of the night.
Yeah, I wasn't up there too long. I think I went to bed at like 11:30.
You passed out real quick.
Yeah, I didn't get a comfy spot to sleep because I went to bed late, but it was all right.
We stayed up for a good long while. I think what made me the most tired was going through Kansas when all you see is just blinking light after blinking light after blinking light from the big windmills. And like you pretty much are driving towards them and you're thinking, okay, they're going to pass us soon. And they just never pass you. Like, it's like, this is ridiculous. And it's just, I don't know how the driver stays awake. Like, that's impressive. Which
be tough.
There is a bed in the back of the bus that they can sleep to prepare for their drive through the night. But still, that's...
And you do have 5 people up there keeping you awake, too.
Yeah, 5 annoying guys. Whether you like the conversation or not, there's guys constantly talking and keeping you awake. Eventually, when staying up through the night, most times, a couple guys do a shift where guys will stay up, and then whenever you're tired, you pretty much go and find somebody you want to stay up, and you say, hey, I'm taking your seat. You go stay up with the driver. I'm going to sleep now. We would have got to Colorado Sunday around 7? No, 6. I think we entered Colorado around 6.
Yeah, it was early morning. We had just woke up.
Yeah, because most of us were awake at that point. We stopped for breakfast, I think around 8:30 or whatever, and at that point, we weren't really sure what to do because our dorms weren't open yet, and we weren't supposed to be open till like 1.
Yeah, they were expecting us at like 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yeah, it was like later
we
in the
were
afternoon.
set to get there at 12 or something like that. So we were pretty much ahead of schedule.
Yeah,
and stuff wasn't ready yet, but we did get there early, and they were ready for us.
I was gonna say they were ready for us, which was nice because none of us really wanted to spend more time in the bus. At that point, when Sunday hit, I was like, all right, I need to get off, get away from people, and just. For one thing, riding in a bus for that long, you just feel gross. Like it's hot.
Yeah, you haven't showered in a couple days.
That's the other problem. So our AC was not working right on the way out. I think it was set to like 60, and it was about close to 80 degrees in the bus for most of the ride.
Yeah, rumor has it froze over. Apparently,
I was gonna say
what happened.
We did try to go get it fixed, and they said that we had it turned too low. That if you turn it past 63, it freezes. That was kind of dumb. But there was a lot of complaining about the heat, which it is what it is, and we survived anyway.
Yeah, the farther back you got, it was bad because the motor was back there.
Yeah.
Andy and Haley were sitting in the very back, and good night. It was hot back there.
That's why I chose the front,
it was.
dude.
I felt bad for him. He was going through it. It was so hot.
Yeah, there was a lot of complaining. Like the youth leaders, were like, guys, we can't do nothing about it. Just suffer with it right now. We'll try to figure something out then.
Yeah, and it was probably a solid like 95 degrees or
at
something
least
like
for
that
a little
outside.
while. Yeah, I was gonna say outside was pretty warm. So we got there, Sunday around I think lunchtime. We got to our dorms. Pretty much we got there and just unpacked. Like we didn't have anything planned until the evening.
Not until like we went to, where did we go? Skyline Drive the first time.
We did go to Skyline Drive for the first time Sunday.
That was, I think they said 3:00 we're leaving for that or something.
Yeah, you're
like
right.
That.
So pretty much Skyline Drive is a mountaintop, like a small, like a very narrow peak where there's a road leading up to the top of it.
Pop a picture right here.
I was going to say if we have pictures, I think we have plenty of pictures from that. But yeah, so pretty much it has an incredible view. There's just, you can see for miles. You can look over Canyon City on the one side. If you turn to the other side, it's just, I think it's the Rockies that you're looking. Yeah, it would be the Rockies that you're looking
Dwayne
at.
said the foothills of the Rockies,
Yeah.
or whatever he called it. Yeah,
And so that's pretty cool experience.
yeah, it's sick.
It was very warm up there. I don't think going there in the afternoon was as cool as in the mornings when we went, but yeah, we got some pretty cool pictures, and it was just kind of cool because there was spots you could climb up the rocks, and it was just a good time. And it was nice to be able to just walk around and do your own thing after riding the bus for that long.
Yeah, if you ever get the opportunity to go out there, definitely go to Skyline Drive.
Oh,
like
100%.
It was very cool. We went up there. Hold it. How many times did we go up there? 5?
More than that, honestly, because there was groups that went up there.
I think we went every morning and every evening, or at least there was a van that went every morning, every evening. But I didn't go along every time. But
yeah, I was gonna say.
I think I might not have went along 2 times or something. So I was probably up there like 6 times or something like that. But
it was worth it though.
Yeah,
so
it was very cool.
Like you said, if you ever get a chance to be out there, Canyon City or near there, definitely want to go up there, especially in the morning with the sunrise or even the sunset. Either way, are pretty cool.
And go up Pikes Peak. We didn't get to do that. I wish we would.
I was gonna say, I know other years they were able
Yeah.
to, but this year we weren't able to.
That would be really cool.
That would be really cool. That'd be a cool experience. So then, yeah, after we went to Skyline on Sunday, I think at around 5:00 that night, we went over to their church. They had, they pretty much went over orientation, what we're looking to do for the rest of the week as far as work. We had supper there. They didn't really, it wasn't really that complicated or that long of a night. They kept it kind of short because they knew we were all tired.
Yeah, just kind of shared what their company's all about and everything. Yeah.
So I forget, what did we do that night then? Did we have anything planned?
What did we do? Honestly, don't remember.
I think we kind of went back and played games and just kind of. A lot of people went to bed early.
Yeah, I was gonna say our curfew was really early.
Yeah.
The first night, I think it was 9:30 or something. Our curfew was.
Yeah, it was, which I wasn't complaining.
Yeah, I went to bed and fell asleep right away.
Yeah. So Monday morning, start of our work week there. We had to be ready to go by 6:45 at the buses. Pretty much breakfast was at 7. We went over to the church again. One of the things I thought was really cool, though, so there was a lot of sitting room right outside the dorms there. And in the morning, a bunch of us got up early to have our devotions. And it was really cool because normally if you get up, at home or whatever, you don't have people to be around. But there were so many people around, and I was really encouraged to see how many people got up in the mornings and stuff and really willing to put God first. But also, there was a lot of conversations happening due to that. And just, I know me and a couple other guys, we were discussing what we were reading and just keeping it real, just being real with each other about life and kind of how we were relating with the scripture we were reading. And so I think that was something I really missed coming back, is not having the morning time with my friends and be able to discuss my devotions and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was really cool. You'd walk outside and there'd just be people everywhere, scattered all over the place. Some people sitting on top of the bus.
I was going to say, there was people on top of the buses and the vans that were there, which was really cool. But yeah, pretty much then we went over to the church. Every morning we had breakfast at 7 at the church. We would have breakfast, and then one of the guys would have devotions for the morning, and then we pack our lunches and get ready to go to work. So the first day, me and I think there was like 7 of us that went. We went to this pretty much a trailer park that New Horizons owns. A bunch of us did a tree trimming. A couple guys were tearing out a bathroom. And you and Taylor were, I'll let you guys explain that.
Yeah, so basically, New Horizons thrift store is like it's not like Goodwill. Like they
it's
get
very different.
so many donations. Like they get weed eaters, they get lawnmowers, like almost anything you can think of that
They get a
you
lot
can
of
donate.
food too there.
Yeah, they get so many donations. And basically at the bike shop, well, me and Taylor, we were working on small motors, so like weed eaters and chainsaws and stuff. The guy that worked there was working on the bikes. We didn't work on any bikes, but they have so many donated bikes, it's ridiculous. Like stacks upon stacks of them.
Stacks that he's never gonna get to for like the longest time.
No, definitely not. And yeah, they had a trailer full of just small engines, like machines and stuff like that. And he wanted us to go through them and basically pick out the ones of most value and see if we can get them running. Take apart the carburetor, clean it, see if we can get them running. And I like doing it. Me and Taylor both enjoyed doing it. It's a lot of fun. There were multiple machines that were junk that we just trashed, but we did get a couple good things out of it, but not a lot. Yeah, it was just a lot of fun working on stuff all day, working with our hands.
I think too, like just no matter what you're doing, working with your friends, like
yeah, it makes
it's
it
not
so much
it's
more
not like
fun.
normal work, and even if the work sucks, or if you can't get things fixed, like you guys, you're still with your friends, so it makes a lot of fun.
Some things got fixed.
Yeah, they definitely did. A lot of
yeah,
things
and
got
everyone
done.
kept a really good attitude. Like,
Yeah.
no matter what we were doing, almost everybody. Like, some people complain sometimes, but you'll have that.
You'll have that
yeah.
with youth. Yeah, so pretty much we worked up until about 5 was most of the days. We
Yeah,
could around
something like
4:30,
that.
5 o'clock. And then we would go, some of the days we got a chance to go back to the dorms and shower before supper. A lot of the times we didn't either, though. It kind of depends which group you were in or where you went to work.
I know Monday our group didn't get a chance to group.
No.
Yeah, you were
We were at the same, yeah.
I smelled like gasoline because I had spilled a whole bunch of gas on myself from the weed eater.
A lot of work getting done,
Yeah.
huh? But yeah, so then pretty much every night we had supper at 6, which we had good food out there. That's one thing going into
really
a work
good
week.
food.
You never know what you're getting. There's been a couple where you're like, we're gonna lose
Where
some
we
weight
went out
this
and
week.
bought like $250 worth of snacks.
Well,
'cause-
yeah, that happens. This year we actually had people or some of the parents come along and cook.
Yeah.
So that was really cool, and they also, it was home cooking. Like we felt right at
Mennonite
home.
home
Mennonite
cooking.
home cooking. That's exactly right. So that was nice, but at the same time, you had a lot of good food, and they're like, all right, you guys got to eat because we have too much food and we don't want to take anything home. But yeah, so as far as like the work, there was a lot of cleaning. I know the girls did a lot of cleaning for the week.
Yeah.
So there is a group to back it up a little bit. So a lot of the people that were telling us what to do or working there or whatever, they have what is called Ascenders. I think that's what they called them, Ascenders, where you go for a year.
Yeah, the Ascend program, yeah.
So you go there for a year, and pretty much they train you, it's discipleship. They sit through a lot of classes, but then you also get to work for New Horizons. You get to tell groups like us that come out what to do and show them how to, like, the different work projects and stuff like that. And so the girls clean I think the Ascenders dorms twice.
Yeah,
that
they
week or
cleaned the
whatever.
guys in the girls dorm one of the days or something.
Yeah. And then there was a lot of cleaning for some of the ladies that they were involved in or that were getting help from New Horizons. There was a lot of cleaning there. We did a ton of painting. I didn't actually get to help with that.
Yeah, I didn't help with any painting.
Not
either.
really complaining because I'm not a big painter. But yeah, there was a lot of painting, a lot of fences that needed done. There was a house that we redid where we it was a trailer. I guess it was a trailer. That we pulled the skirting off the bottom and put new one and then painted the whole thing. Which that one was quite interesting. It was blue and purple and yellow, and the guy that lived there before loved his colors. But yeah, so that was kind of the jobs for the week. I'm trying to think, was there any? I mean, obviously, every day we went to thrift stores too.
Yeah.
Pretty much the thrift stores involved just sorting the stuff that came.
Yeah, so basically you get, like, at least what I was doing when I was there, you get the stuff off the tractor trailer, like, in these big boxes, and you sort what's junk and what could sell at the stores.
Yeah,
But,
it was kind of you make your mind up with it. For
It
me
was
going
fun,
through,
actually.
okay, it was fun, but I was very quick to junk things.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe I should slow it back down a little bit. Like, maybe I wouldn't want this, but like, they still might be able to clean it up and sell it. But yeah, it blows my mind, some of the stuff that goes through there and some of the, like, you actually find some kind of cool things.
I found a taser. That was cool.
That was pretty cool, honestly. There was a couple guys that found swords and stuff like that. And so you could always, if you found it in the sorting, you could always grab it and pull it out before it actually went to the store, and they would give you a good deal on it. So there was a lot of people that came home with some junk, I will say. But that was also kind of fun because you never knew what you're going to find. But yeah, I think the guys that were redoing the bathroom, they tore it out Monday, and then I was actually involved with that the rest of the week as far as we remodeled it, put a shower in, did drywall. There was another group that carried I think 3 stacks of drywall upstairs, and then there was too much for them to even do. They were hoping to get a couple rooms done, and there was no
it was almost a whole house of drywall.
It was. It was ridiculous. And the 2 guys that did it only ever did drywall once or twice. Dude, we don't know what we're doing. But I think as far as the jobs, that was kind of.
Yeah, I think that's kind of about all that there was. I mean, we're probably missing something.
I mean, but I think that was kind of the gist of what got done.
What we were doing.
As far as Tuesday, then as far as the evening plans and stuff like that. So there was a lot of free time in the evenings after work, but they did a couple of the nights they had things planned. I don't think we had anything planned Tuesday.
No.
Again, I think that was more just playing games and stuff like that.
We were playing volleyball and stuff on Tuesday.
Wednesday, though, we had a free day, so we didn't have to work that day. That was definitely the highlight of the trip.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Just because, I mean, for one thing, you didn't have to work. But so in the morning, after breakfast, we went to, I'm blanking on the name now, the Royal Gorge.
Yeah. Well, before that, we had went to Skyline Drive that morning.
We did go to Skyline Drive.
I think that was the first morning we went to Skyline Drive and had devotions up there and stuff.
We had to be leaving at 5:45 or 5:30 or something.
I think it was 5:45. Yeah, it was early.
But it was so worth it. Sitting up there, the sun's coming up, and you're able to have your devotions. I'm gonna be honest, that was probably one of the times where I felt really close to God.
That was.
And I know,
was really cool.
I know that's most of people's highlights is having devotions up there or Skyline Drive in general. But me and 2 other guys, Taylor and Kedrick, would have sat there together. Dwayne, our youth leader, Dwayne, he pretty much said, you go there. There should be no other talking except for either singing or discussing your devotions. But yeah, me and Taylor and Keddy had a really good conversation, kept it real. And so I think that was probably the most memorable part of it, is just being able to sit there with the guys and be real. Were you along for Wednesday morning devotions there or no?
Yeah, I was up there. Yeah, me and Jevin were off on top of a rock somewhere or something.
I mean, the whole
cool.
mountain's kind of a rock,
yeah,
but yeah.
Sick.
And then after that we had breakfast and then went to Royal Gorge. I forget how deep the gorge actually is. I should look that up.
1,000 miles. That's what someone had said.
One
of the instructors
true.
said 1,000 miles the one time or something.
I think you're right, but that's so not true.
No, it might be 1,000 feet or something, 1,500 feet or something like that. No, it's definitely a lot more than that.
No, it's about 1,300 feet.
Oh, it is 1,300. Okay.
Let me tell you the things that we did there. So they have a swing on the edge of the gorge. I forget how high that pulls you up, but pretty much there's 3 people strapped in, and they crank you all the way back till you're facing the ground, and they just, on the count of 3, they tell you to release, and the one guy pulls the cord, and you just drop. You go, I don't even know how fast you're going, but it's
very cool.
It's a feeling of where you get really light for a second, you can't feel you're strapped in, which is kind of scary because you're oh my word, we're flying through the air, and you pretty much just swing out over the gorge.
Yeah, so basically the swing is it's pretty interesting. There's 2 posts, and then there's a post back here, and they winch you up here, and you go way up, and then they drop you, and you kind of go front heavy, so it feels like you have no
kind of
harness
actually
on,
go down,
and it kind of just feels like you're free falling, but then the rope catches you, and you go out over the gorge, and you can look down in it and stuff. It's really, really cool.
It is, yeah. I know a lot of people said it was one of the scariest things they ever done.
It wasn't that bad, actually.
I think the worst part was getting cranked back and not knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
But they also had a zip line there, which was really cool.
That was cool.
So the swing swung out over, but you weren't going out over the middle. So it wasn't as bad as what I think a lot of us were anticipating. But then they did have a zip line that went across the whole gorge. So that you were hanging out over the middle.
That was a lot more
really cool.
kind of terrifying than the swing was. I'm not gonna
I didn't
lie.
think it was that bad.
I didn't. Mine was super slow, so I was going really slow across.
I was cruising. I was cruising. I'll be honest. I think the weight difference definitely makes it.
Yeah.
The guy told me I was built for speed on that thing. I think that was kind of a hurtful comment, but we're gonna go with it. But I think that was really cool. Just be able to be above that and just see out everywhere.
Yeah, it was really cool. And there's like a train track down there.
There's
People
a
go
train, yeah.
rafting in there and stuff. There's a creek down below.
Which we weren't
pretty
allowed to do that,
That
unfortunately.
would have been really cool.
We did. So out in Colorado, there's some incredible wildlife, muley deer. We didn't see any elk, unfortunately. We were kind of there at the wrong time. We were also a little bit in the wrong spot, but between the deer, we also got to see some mountain goat.
Yeah,
like
they were
full,
just on the trails, like with everybody else.
There was people within like 20 yards of those things, which
and they got kind of aggressive.
I thought somebody was gonna get charged.
I was
honestly.
taking a picture of one, and the thing was staring at me and like threatened to
the
charge
one
him.
turn. I'm like, all right, I'm out. Like I ain't even gonna stick around with this. But yeah, between the deer just everywhere, like in the middle of the town, like they, I guess so out there they're hunting. There's like a territory, and so you can't be within so many miles of the houses for hunting. So the deer just crowd into the houses for safety.
Yeah, they were everywhere.
They were like very close a couple of times. I got pretty close to some, and it was really cool. But yeah, we've seen a couple of different mountain goat Wednesday at the gorge, and that was cool. I don't know how many other, like there wasn't that much other wildlife we got to see.
No, we didn't really see all that much. We went to that what was it, Tunnel Drive, that hiking place. I thought we might see stuff there, but most of what we saw was gnats.
Pretty much, yeah. So then we didn't go to Tunnel Drive right away that day.
We went on Monday.
Did we? Oh yeah, we did go on Monday. So backing it up a little bit, there was a big on the one mountain. There's a big long trail. Pretty much, if you hike far enough up the trail, there's a bunch of tunnels. Which I never made it to the tunnels. You can explain what you guys did in the tunnels, and then I'll explain what I mean,
some people sang. At that point, we had already turned around.
Okay.
Like, the people that sang, I think, went the whole way to the end and then came back and sang on the way back. But I saw videos. It sounded really cool.
That was really cool.
It would have been cool to be there, but...
Me and Taylor and Kedrick decided we're going to take another route. We didn't see any signs that it's not allowed, so we pretty much cut off the trail, went straight up the mountain. I did get in a fight with a cactus. Mind you, there's cactuses everywhere. Cactus definitely won. I was not too happy about that. I was pulling cactus out of my hand. But yeah, it was really cool because we were up there and Dwayne was way down at the bottom of the trail and he was taking a picture of us. And like on the picture, you couldn't see us. Like we looked like ants up there, and from up where we were, they looked like ants. And it was pretty high up, but it was pretty sick. It was probably one of the better hiking experiences I've had.
Yeah, very cool.
But I think with that, just in general, the scenery out there was one of my highlights for sure.
Honestly, you could just be driving down the road and the scenery was like immaculate.
You know, for them, it's like, oh, you know, we see that every day. But for us, it's so different from back here in PA that it blows my mind.
Really
like
cool.
I don't understand how people can live there and still not be impressed by it.
Yeah.
But yeah, going forward then to Wednesday, after we left Royal Gorge, we went to a place called Garden of the Gods. There was, I forget, we didn't hike that far. It was kind of pretty easy hiking, but they had a lot of like
much of a hike. They were like kind of paved paths and stuff.
So they had the one spot that was a pretty known spot is like the two camels kissing.
Oh yeah.
In the rock, the kissing camels. It looks like two camels kissing. I wasn't too convinced, but that's what they call it. And then they also had the balancing rocks. What are they called?
Something like that.
I forget, but it's pretty much the floating rocks, I think.
Yeah.
Where the one rock is sitting on top of the other, and it looks like it's just floating there, where it's just balanced on top perfectly. But that was pretty cool because it's not like your regular hiking and rock. Like it was like a clay red looking rock, and so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it would have been fun to climb on them, but
there was a lot of roped off places.
You're not allowed to go anywhere there. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people must have got hurt, and they said there was a lot of injuries and stuff. So. But yeah, pretty much we did go out to eat then that night at some barbecue place. So that was pretty cool. But that
was really good food.
That pretty much wrapped up Wednesday. Thursday we would have went for ice cream then after work.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we also would have went to Skyline Drive again.
Skyline Drive counter's getting up there.
Yeah, for real.
No, but mind you, anytime we go to eat somewhere, we take over the place. Like this is 50 people. Anywhere we stop, like we stop at Cracker Barrel to eat. Which, I mean, those are big, so it's not that big of a deal. But still, we went to that small ice cream joint, and we just flooded the place.
We pretty much were standing in line. Our line's going way out the back. And somebody would walk in and be like, oh, is that the line? And we're like, yeah. And so then we'd be like, well, you can just go ahead. Like, you can go to the front. And it's just, I always feel bad doing that. Yeah. But at the same time.
Every time we walk in, the employees are like.
I know. They're always like, oh, my word. I do feel really bad. But at the same time. Not like we're getting a big discount. We are still paying, and we're still giving them service. But and I know there was always a lot of good conversations between like employees or customers to us.
They're always curious about like why are this many people together? This many young people. Like what are they up to?
I would love to say they're always shocked by how respectful and just how amazing we act.
Yeah.
But it's not always the case. I think sometimes it is, but yeah, they always are really interested in what we do and why we're going on trips like this, or just the way we hang out, and just I know there's always been cool conversations in different spots. So, but yeah, Thursday we would have went out for ice cream and then went to Skyline Drive for the sunset. I think the sunset was better than the sunrise in my opinion.
Oh yeah, that was very cool.
That was an incredible moment. And then Friday we pretty much wrapped up most of our jobs.
Last
we try
work
to get
day,
last work day. We try to get everything wrapped up and get to a spot where the next group can come in the next week and maybe try to finish or not have so much mess. Did we finish a little bit early Friday?
I think our group at least still worked until like 4:30 or something like that.
What did we even do Friday? I don't really remember.
I don't think
we really
did.
did that much.
Oh, I was washing cars.
You were washing
cars and trucks.
Yeah, you washed the New
shop.
Horizon vehicles. Yeah. I think my group finished up the shower, tried to get that all drywalled in and get that settled. But then there was pretty much at that point we're wrapping up, just trying to clean up the dorms that we were staying at, try to be somewhat decent. So Friday we didn't really do anything in the evening.
We went to what was that place? Circle B. Didn't we go there?
Oh yeah,
for
we
supper?
did go there.
We were there earlier in the week to play volleyball.
Yeah, you're right.
Friday night was when we played pickleball, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. I completely forgot about that. We went to one of the parents' houses there, of part of New Horizons, that they had made supper for us. We got to meet we had supper with a lot of the Ascenders that were there and some of the other staff from the thrift stores and stuff like that. So that was cool to interact with them, meet them, and just spend time with them. We played a lot of volleyball. It did rain. That was kind of a bummer, but a few of us did get the okay, and we snuck off and played pickleball up until like 10:30 that night.
Something like that.
There's still a game.
Sneaking off.
I was gonna say we did get approved by it. There's still a game that we did not get to finish because the lights turned off. I think I was up 7-0 on your team.
Well, we were gonna come back.
We do want to finish that game at some point, but that's besides the point. So yeah, then Friday or Saturday we pretty much got everything cleaned up, made sure we were all packed up, hopped in the bus. We went to the church for breakfast again. And then that was kind of the final goodbyes of Colorado.
I think 9:00 we left there, started to head home.
Yeah, like we said earlier, the drive there is a lot more fun. But the drive home, it's a whole different atmosphere because everyone's tired, grumpy, very grumpy. At least I know I was. I'll be honest, I was not in the mood for.
Yeah, I was just ready to get home. I'm like the bus ride.
I miss my bed. I'm gonna be honest. I miss my bed so much. But yeah, we started there at 9, and I think it was pretty quiet for most of it. There was a few people still playing games. We didn't
stop until I think 5 or 6 o'clock that night.
Yeah.
I think we stopped for supper, but until then we didn't really stop.
Yeah, so that was kind of our longest distance of not stopping, just straight driving.
I think we left. I slept. I think just about until we stopped. I think I slept till 4 o'clock.
Oh, that would have been nice.
I slept so much on the way home. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the best way to pass time, though.
Yeah, it went quick. I'm not going to lie. The ride home went so quick.
I spent a lot of time playing games on my phone. I was not really in the mood to just interact with people, so there was a lot of games on my phone. After supper, it kind of was pretty boring. Not much happened, except we did watch a movie with the group. One of the guys found a movie at the thrift store, so we watched a movie.
That was awesome.
Movie with the whole bus, which was pretty cool.
It was very cool.
Because most times you're not sitting there watching a movie with everybody you know with that many people.
Well, we always just wondered, do these DVD players, do these TV screens actually work?
Every trip, we're always
Dwayne,
no.
We have this movie. Can we watch it?
That was
what is
pretty
it rated?
fun.
It was PG.
It was a good, clean movie. There was nothing in it. It was hilarious, honestly, especially with all of us being tired.
Oh yeah,
it was awesome. Probably one of the most boring movies.
Best animal movies you can watch. Steve Irwin.
I agree with that. It's definitely true. But then after the movie, we pretty much went to sleep again. Mm-hmm. I made the mistake. I don't understand. I mean, okay, it was fine in the moment and it was fun. I decided I'm staying up all night. Me and Micah.
Did you stay up all
night?
Yeah,
I didn't sleep at all Sunday or Saturday morning to Sunday. We both had energy drinks. We were like, all right, we're staying up with Dwayne as he drives home. I literally had not one spot where I'm like, all right, I'm tired. I need to go to sleep. I stayed. We talked from 10 to 6 that morning, just straight through.
Wow.
we did have some mishaps on the way home at about 2:30.
Minor interruption.
Let's just put it this way: a doe running in front of a bus doing 77 down the interstate don't go too well for the doe. We smoked that thing head on. On the way out there, we kept joking, like, if we're going to hit a deer, let's make sure we hit it good. That way we can get some meat out of it. It's not as funny when you're trying to get home and don't want anything to go wrong with the bus. Which,
we definitely hit it good.
Yeah, it was real good. And I was, like I said, I was up front. I wasn't in a seat. And I was, like, standing up against a windshield. And with a big coach bus, it's just a straight windshield. And so I was eye to eye with that deer as it's getting smoked. Honestly, one of my highlights. I don't think I'll ever forget that.
Yeah,
moment.
I was sleeping. I was there peacefully sleeping, and I hear this most shrill woman's shriek, and I'm like, oh boy. And then I hear, boom. Like, oh shoot. We just rear-ended someone or something. And then I hear Colson go, bro, we smoked that thing. Like, we hit a deer.
Yeah, we couldn't have squared that thing up more, more center of the deer and more center of the bus, which was hilarious. But also, nothing was wrong with the bus, so that was definitely good. I thank God for that, because me and Dwayne are both, like, our first thing we thought was we're going to be sitting here while waiting for somebody, like a tow truck or something.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
But with the engine in the back, nothing got ruined.
Luckily, there's not much up there.
We pretty much kept on driving. Then from there, we stopped for breakfast then Sunday morning at like 9 again, I think. 8:30, 9 o'clock at Cracker Barrel, like we usually do. And at that point, it was not much talking. Everybody was quiet. I wanted to just get home. I think we got to PA around 12. I think we would have entered PA at like 12 o'clock.
Something like that, yeah, because we got back, I think, at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
3:30 or something like
that would make
sense. Probably around 12.
Yeah, we got back and pretty much unpacked the bus, and that was kind of the gist of it. Everybody was quick to get in their vehicles, grab their stuff, get in their vehicles, and go home.
Yeah.
I will say normally on a work week we get back Saturday, and then we have Sunday to kind of rest up and try to get ready for the work week. I'm not a fan of getting back Sunday, especially running on no sleep.
Yeah,
I literally had 2 hours of sleep, I think, between Saturday and Sunday. And so I was not ready for the work week, but I was definitely ready to be home.
Yeah, it was very nice to be home. Yeah, and you didn't have that day to recover or anything.
No, it was a couple hours. I think I was sleeping by like 7 that night. Like, I was out.
Yeah, I went to bed really early also.
It was definitely very light out when I went to sleep. But yeah, I think coming out of the week, I think it's really cool to have a week like that, because especially for like the 15, 16-year-olds in youth group, it's their time to kind of get to know everybody, fit in a little bit better, try to find their place. And as the older people, we can connect a little bit better. It's very easy to go about work, youth group and youth events and not really, stick with your friends, but then not really be with some of the younger people and get to know them. Yep. And so them choosing our jobs and the groups we're with, they kind of split the younger people up with the older people, and so it gives us a chance to get to know them, which I always appreciate.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun for sure. Can be stretching, but
it is stretching, especially if you get put in a job you don't want to do, or sometimes you have to do things you just do not feel like doing or are not comfortable with. But yeah, I think just between connecting really well, getting to know people, there's always a lot of good real conversations about God. There's usually a lot of growth out of a week like this.
Yeah,
sometimes good, sometimes bad. There's always drama. People are tired, stressed out. So there's always drama on trips like this. But yeah, I mean, I think I love these trips. It's an easy ministry opportunity, I think, just because youth group sets it up for us. It's not like we're going out on our own and doing a different missions trip. But yeah, I always appreciate these, and I'm sure the parents appreciate a week without their kids sometimes too, but I think it's very good for all of us just to be stretched in different ways. So
yeah, it's gonna be kind of sad once we're done with them. Like, we can't go on them anymore. Because that's always something I look forward to. It's like, dude, this summer we have another work week.
Yeah, it's always the same time every year. It's always on your schedule. You're gone.
Yeah, I've been all the places now, so like nowhere new anymore.
I know, and I'm kind of like, well, I guess we'll see what next year holds. Yeah. But at the same time, I think for the rest of this year, I think I'm going to stick it out and just see where God leads.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
So for all I know, we could be across the ocean somewhere in a different place. So who knows what God has. But yeah, I think just for sharing with this, it just let you know, New Horizons of what they're about, a little bit of what our youth group's about, but also, just to encourage you guys to go out and do different things. Don't be afraid to try things that are stretching and hard to do. You usually come back feeling really good about doing it. whether you wanted to go or not. And I think, yeah, just to encourage young people to get out and want to try things and just serve God is always what I want to encourage people to do.
Stepping out of your comfort zone is going to promote the most growth you can probably
you
get.
Can't really
honestly.
grow within your comfort zone. Like, you have to step out out in faith.
I would say
honestly.
for me personally, like, the opportunities I've had to grow was definitely stepping out of my comfort zone.
Oh, for sure.
Doing even as small as like doing devotions at your church or something, or anything like that. Like,
yeah. So I guess what I would say is, for anybody out there questioning whether they should do something that God's maybe prompting in, just do it. Whether it goes good, whether it goes bad, if God's hand is in it, it's going to be good, and it's going to be honor and glorifying to Him. And you know what? Even if it goes bad, it might be just a learning curve for you for next time. So, yeah, I think that's all we have. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and we'll see you next time.